Hey everybody out there, it's John from Footfall Athletics, and this is my 2024 in the bag. Alright, let's start with my putting putters. For long range putts, I'm going with an understable Pearce. This is an old Pearce from one of the first runs when Paige went back to Discraft. I like this outside the circle. I like this to get around a tree or a little S-curve in, a little further distance, a little more glide and a little less stability. So I'm putting with a Paige Pearce Fierce from outside the circle. My putting putter is a Streamline Pilot in soft plastic. I like the Pilot, it's a good neutral putter. Edge of the circle, it has a little stability you can putt at the right side chains and it'll kind of come back to the middle. I like that in the putter. It does grip good with this plastic, so I'm putting with the Streamline Pilot. Now for my mid-ranges and approaches, the most understable approach disc I have is a Discraft Soul. I like the Soul for wood shots, for you can really throw it hard and it'll really turn over and glide for a really long time. I can hyzer flip this and it'll go nice and straight. It still might finish just a little bit left or even finish straight. I like the Soul for that. This is an understable disc, mid-range from Discraft. The next disc in my bag is a ThoughtSpace Praxis. This Praxis I've had for a really long time. It's really understable. It might fight out a little bit at the end and flatten out if you throw it really far. But this is an understable disc. I like this premium plastic. It's gonna hold the flight characteristics for a really long time. ThoughtSpace Praxis in the bag. The next disc I have in my bag is a ThoughtSpace Mana. This is the Zoe Andike Signature Edition disc. I like this disc for hyzer flips and in the woods. It'll give me a nice straight flight. It might have a little gentle finish. This is really durable plastic. I really like this for inside 200. It's a really nice glidey disc as well. ThoughtSpace Mana. The next disc in my bag is a ESP Buzz. This is my straight mid-range. I'm going to throw this in tunnel shots. I'm going to throw this for up shots. I can throw this off the tee. I can throw this on a little anhyzer and it'll get a flex, so I can throw it on some hyzer and it might pop up and finish straight. But this is a nice straight mid-range. ESP Buzz from Discraft. Next disc in my bag is an approach disc, is the PA3. This is a nice flex up to the basket. This is a good straight approach disc for inside 150, inside 200. I can throw this really hard and I know that it's going to have a little bit of stability on it at the end. This is a really good, durable 400 plastic. It's going to last a long time. PA3 in the bag from Prodigy. The next disc I have in the bag is a Streamline Stabilizer. This is also an approach disc from 200 to 150 in. It's pretty straight, might have a little bit of finish, more so than the PA3, so I can trust this in wind. If I throw this really hard, it'll pop up to flat and still finish. I can throw this forehand or backhand. This is a really good approach disc from Streamline Stabilizer. The next disc in my bag is the Glow Rock. I like the Glow Rock for really glidey hyzer flips in the woods, but I know it's going to still finish at the end. This is a really far traveling mid-range for me. I can throw this almost like a distance driver or a fairway driver, but I don't have to put as much power on it in order to get it to go a long way. This is an excellent disc in the bag, the Glow Rock. Next disc and stability in my bag is the Plasma Envy from Axiom Discs. The Envy is a very stable disc. I can really give it a good, I can throw it really hard off the tee or throw it hard for approach shots, and I know it's going to have that stability at the end. So this is the Axiom Envy in the bag. The next disc in my bag is the EMAC Truth. This is in the Lucid plastic. I like this disc for stable mid-range. I can throw this really hard and it's going to go flat and straight for a really long time and it's going to finish left. I can put it on some anhyzer, get a little flex out of it. I can throw it on hyzer and get a nice glide on hyzer the whole way. So good stable mid-range in the bag is the EMAC Truth. The next disc in my bag in stability is the Streamline Runway. This is a really overstable mid-range. This one's pretty old and beat in, so it flies really far and straight for a long time, but it has a lot of bite to it at the end. It's really going to fight in the wind. It's really going to go right for forehands. It's really going to go left for backhands. So a really good durable plastic in this Neutron plastic. So overstable mid-range is the Runway in the bag. The most overstable approach disc that I have is the Prodigy A2. This A2 is in the 300 plastic. I like it in the base plastic so it doesn't skip quite as much. But this is a really overstable disc. This is going to really fight the wind. This can be used for trick shots and getting out of trouble. If you need to get out of a gap and around a corner, you can forehand this knowing it's just going to go to the right. Same with the backhand. You can throw this around a corner if you need something to go really hard left. This is gonna be it for you. So this is the Prodigy A2 in the bag. Now for my fairway drivers. The most understable fairway driver I have is a Star Leopard. This is the Throw Pink Star Leopard. I like this for turnovers, for hyzer flips. This has a little stability at the end maybe, so it doesn't really go all the way over, but if I put it on a little ante, it'll keep that line. But if I throw it flat, it'll give me a really good flex. I can also hyzer flip this to flat and turn, and then have a little bit of stability at the end. This is a good understable disc from Innova. This is the Innova Leopard Star Plastic. I also have this in Halo. I have it in Champ Plastic. So this is an excellent disc. Next disc in stability for my fairway drivers is the Streamline Drift. This is a nice flat top Streamline Drift. It's a little bit understable. I like this for forehand and hyzers. So if I can throw this on forehand, it's going to go to the right. Might have a little finish at the end, and that's okay. I can also hyzer flip this to straight, maybe a little turn, but it's going to finish soft at the end. It's a really good straight disc from Streamline, the Drift. The next disc in stability in the bag is the Axiom Insanity. This one's signed by Raven Newsom. I like this for flex shots. I like this for hyzer flips. It's really going to have some good finish because it is a 9-speed, so it does. You need put a little more on it, but it does have 1.5 fade. So I really like it has a little bit more bite on it than say the Drift is going to finish straight. This is going to finish a little bit to the left. I can put this on anhyzer and it will flatten out at the end, but it'll definitely turn. So that's the Axiom Insanity in the bag. I also throw an Inertia. It's a good disc. Same numbers almost. The next disc is the Innova Eagle. This is in Champ Plastic. I also have it in Star Plastic. I really like the Eagle for a hyzer flip, but it's really going to have a really hard bite at the end. And you know, if you throw it on hyzer, it might go straight for a little bit, but it's definitely going left. This is good in windy conditions. This is a good forehand disc. It'll skip, so I can throw this forehand and backhand and get a little pop and know it's going to have a hard finish at the end. So that's the Champion Eagle in the bag. Next disc in stability. This is a brand new one. I just put a new one in. This is the Thought Space Vodum. I like the Vodum for a nice flat flight. It's still going to have a little finish at the end. It's not going to skip or really finish hard, but it is going to have that stability you need. It's a good overall fairway driver. Good glide, good stability. It feels good in my hand, forehand and backhand. It's a nice stable fairway driver from Thought Space, the Vodum. The most overstable disc I have in my bag is the Prodigy F1. I like this for skips. This is just a meat hook, forehand and backhand. You can really crank over on this and know you're going to get torque resistant, and it's definitely going to fight out of it. You can throw this on backhand in windy conditions, and it's really still going to hyzer. This is a really flat top disc. It's really good overstable disc from Prodigy, the F1. So the next disc in my bag are the distance drivers, and the most understable distance driver I have is a Prodigy H5. This is my roller disc. This is a good turnover. This is a hyzer flip to turn. It might finish at the end. This is uphill shots with an understable distance driver to get that understability you need for the uphill shots. This is what I'm using for that, is the Prodigy H5. Good durable 400 plastic in the bag. The next disc and stability for distance drivers is my ESP Scorch. This is the longest distance driver I have in my bag. It's a 6 glide with a 2 turn and a 2 fade, a -2 turn and a 2 fade. This is really good for hyzer flips, forehand hyzer flips. I mean, this thing really just bombs. It's got a little bit dome on it. Just a fantastic distance driver. Scorch from Discraft. The most overstable distance driver I have in my bag is the Star Destroyer. This is the SakiBot Star Destroyer. I like destroyers for wind. I like these for forehands. I love these for forehands because I can really whip these hard, and I know that they're gonna be stable. This run is pop top. It's got a little heartbeat to it. Just a great disc here. Innova Star Destroyer in the bag. So that's all the discs that I have in my bag. The bag that I carry is a Grip Equipment VX3. I like the VX3 because it has expandable pockets. It has a spot for your umbrella. It has a cushioned back. It has plenty of room in the top and here for all your discs. It stands on the ground really well. Just an overall great bag. That's the VX3 from Grip Equipment. So thank you very much for joining me for my 2024 in the bag. Don't forget to visit footfaultathletics.com for all of your performance wool socks needs, and I hope to see you out there on the course.